Did my NPC bug out? Bro is off the map. Yeah, yeah. Let me find out. I gotta redo this quest. Bro, did this shit bug out? Yeah, please, bro.
Time. I can't slay more. Not yet. Not yet. I must prepare. My strength fails me. Not yet. Catching my breath. Getting ready. I can't anymore.
pressed the wrong fucking button, bro. Oh, that's so sad, bro. Okay, man. No, what happens? You don't pay attention now. I think I have to redo that whole thing. Actually, hopefully not. Bruh, please. I'm gonna pay attention, dude. Nice. Nice.
I need to catch my breath. Not yet. I must prepare.
This man's got a lot of crowd control. Oh, I lived, but I didn't yeah.
Getting ready.
I'll be careful with this boss. Future.
My strength fails me. I can't anymore. Out of fuel.
the Eternal.
time. I am out of breath. I have no energy left. Stop. Catching my breath. Getting ready.
What's up, Sean? It's a new game that came out, new ARPG, not too long ago, on the 16th. Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's got a lot of layers to it, which is pretty surprising. Yeah, just give me 1 second. Offensive Rampart, Shockwave. Yeah, up to 4 players, but a city can have like 50 players contribute to it that are all like playing simultaneously. Huh? Yeah, the dragons are pretty big in this game. They're just the problem with the dragons in this game is they're big, but I feel like they're kind of beyond the means of what the team was capable of doing. because, for example, one of the dragons you fight is a poison dragon. He's like in the center of your TV screen. He's massive, but his move set is weak. Like he shakes himself and spits out poison. It doesn't really hit you. All the dragons have a breath attack that they like breathe underneath them if you're like on their belly, but most of the times it can't hit you, and if it does, you don't really feel the damage, even in the apocalypse, which is the highest difficulty. The third one, a lot of them are very, very slow. They're very slow, and it's hard for them to hit you. And the one dragon that has a move to kill you is the ice dragon. She arguably is probably one of the better ones because her body wraps around the arena like Jormungandr. So, and she has like AoE that hits the whole arena. Whereas the other dragons kind of just, they don't really do much.
Oh, hi, Ivy.
No, no. So you have a pet dragon. So dragons in this world are like despised because like they're evil. So like you basically like have some scale and you have like a dragon baby or some shit as a prisoner, essentially, and it helps you fight. You got like an enslaved baby dragon or some shit. I didn't particularly care much to listen to the story only because like the voice acting for a lot of the characters it's hard to want to care too much about the story. No, I had my friend buy it for me, and I'm gonna buy our next game. I think he wants Crimson Desert, so I'll probably just end up buying that. I'm not gonna play it. Like I'll buy it for him if he wants to play that, but I'm not gonna play it. I don't like Crimson Desert. I'm not gonna lie. It's not my style. It's visually it just doesn't look appealing. But this game has a lot of layers though, Sean. Like every piece of gear has a different type of ornament system, which allows you to add more talents. And then each piece of mythic gear or legendary and up, I mean, can they roll with talents? So you could basically get a +3 essentially. And then on top of that, each piece of gear can roll divine and have a divine affix, which is like perfectly rolled boosted affix, right? And then on top of that, you can also add draconic corruptions onto gear, which adds an additional 3 affixes, 2 which are positive, 1 is negative. And then on top of that, you can also add your skill that you're using into the gear with a boost to a different passive, which you can add to that skill to add to the pool that you need to boost different thresholds of that ability. And then on top of that, we also have the ring system, which you can craft rings and you can have a chance of crafting them mythic. And then we also have amulets, which can give you a +2 to a talent. And then we have the potion crafting system, where you can craft different potions with different effects. And then we have weapons, and then we have this system here. I'm max level, I'm level 50. And then this system here. This system probably looks complex, just starting out, but once you get used to it, it's pretty simple, but it's pretty fun. The ways you can tailor this, and then each dragon hack you can have up to 5 different dragon abilities equipped to your dragon at any given time. Then we have the attribute system, and each attribute has a different threshold to give you different buffs towards your character. Then you also have the Wormling attribute system, and each threshold gives you buffs. And then you have the talent overlook. Then you have the pet armor, which gives you pet talents for the dragon. So there's a lot of layers. Oh, and then you have the ancestor system, which you can level up the ancestors to gain buffs from the ancestor. And then when you hit level 20 with an ancestor, you get the level 20 activation effect. And then on top of that, you have the tribute system where you can select different trophies you got from killing certain bosses or like missions in the war map to activate different effects from some of these ancestors without actually having them equipped. You just get the activation effect. So there's a lot of layers to it. Whole lot of layers to boost your character. Pretty interesting. Um, I don't know how good the story is per se, like from like lore wise and like how they crafted the world per se. Because I didn't really care for listening for it because the voice acting is just like there are some people in there that are really good, and there's some people that had like pretty easy roles, I'd say. But then there's some characters like this girl was dying. She's on the ground, like covered in blood, on a corpse or a rock, whatever, half dead, and she's like, "Captain," like she doesn't sound injured, but she sounds like. And then some of the voices they sound like AI. It sounds like the person who's voice acting them didn't have much experience, which, given their budget, you could have at least went on to like a little, Fiverr. You know what I'm saying? Like 10 bucks to get someone in on the line, bro. Shit, something, bro. Fuck. It sounded like they just took some people from the team. It was like, just talk. There's like no emotion in some of the voices. Like it's hard to care for characters when when they're annoying, you know. And then there's one person in this game that I swear is the voice actor for the main character in Outriders. Because I hated that fucking voice. Bro, I really do. I did not like that one. I really didn't. Alright. Let's go ahead and do this. Right now I'm doing some of the endgame stuff to tie my character together and get some boosts. I have to do all of these war maps, so it's going to be a total of 5. I have to do all of these to get all my tributes here, so I could boost my character. The maps are pretty big. It's not like Path of Exile maps. It's more like they have like really really big maps in all of the areas, and then the quests that you partake and the randomized stuff that you do will take you to a segment of those big maps, and then from there you'll get thrown in there, and then you have to go to the objective. These are how big they are. Each one is like basically about this size, if not bigger. Yeah. So it's very imperative to have movement speed in this game. If you do not have movement speed, good luck. You're going to be spending a long time traveling. I ended up finding a pretty game breaking, well, I don't want to say game breaking, but like a really convenient quality of life for the night when I was testing them out. I ended up, because with this skill here, it just makes you move a little bit faster. But if you tap it and then you time it a little bit, you can start ramping up speed and you can just zoom around the map. And the more movement speed you have attached to this skill, the more movement speed you're gonna get out of it, which is pretty solid. So. On top of that, whenever you use a skill and you attach your wormling's skills to it, your worm will also have benefits. So, for example, with this skill, I have it attached to carbonization. So every 8 seconds, I'll reduce the enemy's armor. I have it attached to fireball. So every X amount of times I basically hit, I have a chance to spawn a fireball. I also have the fire breath there. So while channeling it, it shoots a jet of fire. And then I also have an aura, which is a little fire bubble that goes around me that damages everything in sight. That's close to me anyway. And then I think the last one I have is an additional fireball. So I have a bunch of stuff to trigger because it combos with my wormling talent that I'm using, which gives me more energy, which allows me to basically keep using the skill without losing too much energy. So it follows you, and then it triggers its skills based on whenever you proc them. All the wormling skills have different activation requirements, so it's really good for people to read them because if you don't read them, you might be confused on some of the effects. Um, Probably a good while because I want to do a build on the knight, and then I want to do a second build on the knight, and then I want to do a build on the barbarian. Yeah, yeah, I like it. It's a pretty solid ARPG. I would say I heard that they're not going to be doing like seasons like Path of Exile, so I can't see this being a long term game. Maybe a game that you come back to when like the DLCs come out. I heard they're going to have DLCs, so probably something like along those lines. MMOs? No, it's ARPG. Nah, I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. But there's only four classes in this as of right now. I don't know if they're gonna add any more classes, but they kind of like function as different types of classes. Like the knight can be a ranged class, or you can make it a summoner class. The oracle can be a summoning class, or a mage, or you know. Oh well, the oracle is like the designated summoner class, and she like summons like lightning things or something like that. Someone was saying. I didn't really look too much into the oracle, but she looked pretty interesting because she's one of the newer classes, I guess. Yeah, you can. So you could join my city, and then how it works is you make a city, right? And then from there, you can invite your friends or people who want to join your city into your city, and then from there, they can either choose to join group A, group B, or group C, so on and so forth. And they can either skip to Endgame and not have to do the campaign, or they can do the campaign if they choose to want to do it, and then they can start playing with the other people within that group. Yes, I already beat the campaign, and now I'm doing the end game content. I usually do like I could skip the campaign and just go straight to end game, but I'd rather just kind of feel the game out through the campaign. Is typically what I do. So beat the campaign, got the end game, and now I'm doing the second part of the end game grind, which is the war maps, so I can get all my benefits and bonuses. Mm, mm, go to the coast. Okay. Diablo 4 in April, and I'm kind of bored of Diablo 4 already. Yeah, my friend wanted me to play it because he bought the season thing or whatever, and the Paladin was out. And I was kind of excited because I played Diablo 3 and I played Diablo 2. I like the Crusader a lot, but it just didn't have that same feel in Diablo 4 as it did in Diablo 3. It felt more like the Diablo 2 version of it rather than the Diablo 3 version where you could ride your steeds, your spectral horse, and go crazy. And so it was really fun. On Diablo 4, then didn't really like it that much. And also, Diablo 4, in terms of like I can sit there and play Path of Exile 2 in a new season. Even if I get bored of the new season, I can at least play it for like week and a half, 2 weeks, maybe three, maybe a whole month even. Like if it's really just fun. But Diablo 4, unless you really like the other characters to the point that you do want to play them, I can't see myself playing that game longer than a week. Because, like, keep in mind, I only played the Diablo 4 beta. I have knowledge of ARPGs. So when I started playing Diablo 4, I got to end game with my paladin within, like, the first night of, like, playing through the story or whatever. Got to max level, and then started farming my ancestral gear, and I was already able to start doing like tier 90 plus pits and stuff with like a homebrew build. So I don't think he just it doesn't have a lot of longevity. I feel like with how it is as my new player experience compared to other games. Mm-mm. I don't know. I haven't really been keeping up with PoE because they do like the little split seasons where they do PoE 2 and the PoE 1, and I don't really care for PoE 1 anymore just because there's no crossplay. So the market's really stale every single time there's a new season. So I just don't really care too much for it. I do miss my Marauder though, but I'm just not gonna touch that game. Yeah, yeah. I just wish Diablo 4 had more. It's just lacking in a lot of ways. So I'm still happy that I still never purchased Diablo 4. So I need to go to the Dimension Plains. This game also has a feature that a lot of people were talking about, where it's a death recap system that shows you what killed you in the last 5 seconds. But so far, every time I've died in this game, I feel like I saw why I died, even with like this map overlay and stuff over the screen. Usually, I die to either, as you would guess, death effects. Always really fucking strong, and every fucking game is always a death effect. And if it's not a death effect, it's like a really crazy damage over time effect. And if it's not that, it's just like one big hit from like a swipe or some melee skill. Yeah. Because you like for a game like this, you definitely have to want to set goals for yourself in order to play it in terms of longevity. For me, once I get this build to like its utmost, I'm going to be making a second build on the side, which is going to be the summoning build. I mean, I could probably just make another night and just go through the story and just level up really fast, or I can just because in this game you can save loadouts like the armory in Diablo 4, or like any other ARPG that has like a loadout system. So I could just save my loadout and just also do it that way as well. So I mean, it's either or to be honest. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Oh yeah, gotta interrupt the ritual. Mm-hmm. I feel like they also might have to add more difficulties too, because like I was able to do Apocalypse the moment I reached Endgame without any like additional modifiers and stuff. And like sometimes I might die because obviously my gear is still pretty lackluster. But like for me able to get to Endgame and then just be able to do Apocalypse at level 50, like even Diablo, like I had to at least get better gear before I did Torment 4. I had to at least improve, right, to get to the like final torment level or whatever. I think it's 4. I don't remember though. 'Cause it's been like a week and a half since I think I touched it. But another thing that needs to be a little bit more fleshed out is the stats on armor. I feel like, but that would also come from adjusting the difficulty levels and the enemies and stuff. Because yeah, I don't know. I've noticed that with some stuff, but like, for example, let's see. So if you look here, this armor on the left, I've had this since the campaign when I was leveling up, when I was 43. This compared to a level 50 piece, that is the difference. Not much. There's not much. Yeah. So like, there's no reason for me to switch out this chest piece that has the rolls that I kind of need as of right now, right? Unless I get like a talent that I need on that piece. And I feel like that needs to be fleshed out a little bit more. Yes, boy. Um, Ferocious protection. Do I care about ferocious protection? I don't think so. Double strike, double strike. Energy gain. I actually like that one. I'll keep that. I got a new draconic piece. Damage to controlled enemies. Control duration. Huh? What? What is? Sorrows. What the fuck? I feel like I saw it. I saw it on PlayStation Store. Sorrows. Like Sauro? Saros. Sorrows. Oh, that game. Yeah, I don't think that's a $70 game. I'm not gonna lie. Like I saw snippets of it on YouTube. That looks more like an A title, not no triple, like maybe an A or B or some shit. You know, it did not look like a triple A title type of quality to be selling for $70. Crimson Desert is the most hyped game I think of the year right now, outside of GTA 6, obviously. Just because it's like an open. For me, it's not. I don't really care for it. One, it reminds me very much of Black Desert. Like they just took a lot of assets from Black Desert and then roped it together to be a single player title. Right now, I think they're going to add multiplayer to that eventually. No, I just don't like how the game looks stylistically. I don't like how the game is portrayed at all. Like it's just not my style. And then like the really like nasty looking particle effects also turns me off from that game too. I'm not gonna lie. Something I would not play. What Crimson Desert? Yeah, right now Crimson Desert, as much as it was like over, I think it was just too overhyped from all the people who were like, oh yeah, Crimson Desert, Crimson Desert. So now that it came out, the expectations are probably like way above the bar, and then and then how social media works is if a train of people start hitting it, now everyone's gonna be hopping on the hate train. Go woo woo, yeah, yeah. Like I wouldn't say the game is bad. It's just it's not a game I would play. You know, it's just not my preference. I do like the fact that they incorporated some systems from other RPGs like Dragon's Dogma, where you can climb on things and beat them up. And there's like wrestling moves and stuff. Like it's cool, but it's not something I would play. What boy? What about your tires, man? You always want to rip the tires off your fire truck. It's not really much of a class system. It's more so like you can play different playable characters within the story, which I guess kind of are different. I was if I was to play that game ever, I'd probably play like that work looking dude because he looks like he has a savage playstyle, which is what I like. Savage melee playstyle. What boy? I mean, I think the girl person's supposed to be an archer or something, right? Even though all of them could do archery. You said what looks terrible? What happened, Sean? What happened to the optimism? What do you mean? What happened? What do you, bro? It's the most hyped game of the month. Come on, there's magic, Sean. Come on, look up the magic of the game. Look up Crimson Desert magic. The magic is the particle effect, Sean. Come on, bro. Chill, man. There's magic in there, man. There's magic in there, bro. You're tripping. Nah, you're a Crimson Desert hater, bro. You play the game before you. Uh, what's PlayStation's refund policy? I forgot. Was it like 1 hour, 2 hours, some shit like that? I can't remember. Oh no, you could never touch it. Yeah, you have to never touch it to get a refund. Sean? It's a good game, bro. Come on, that's crazy. That's crazy, Sean. You gotta give the game a chance, man. Well, Crimson Desert, from my understanding, and I do remember seeing a trailer for it, was originally supposed to be some like open world, like massive, like type of PvP guild fact oriented game, and then I think they converted it and scrapped it into a single player game, and then I think people are saying that they're going to add some type of multiplayer of some sort to that game in the future.
Please.
Is Baldur's Gate 2 a thing? Because they should be working on Divinity Original Sin. That fucking Baldur's Gate, fucking next one. Give me my Divinity Original Sin. No, I was gonna say. All right, this is broken, boy. I can't put this on here, boy. I'm gonna put it here, okay? There. Whenever. I mean, your sleep schedule is different from mine, Sean. You're never awake. Yeah, you're never awake, brother. And then I'm also playing this game right now as well, so it would have to be. Uh, no, you have not been in a single party of my open parties in the past like week. Oh, well, there you go. We found the answer here. Yeah, yeah. You messaged me, but that's hi. Yeah, hi, nigga. Yeah, damn. Yeah, yeah. Uh, I did. I'm up every morning, and I stay awake until about 10 p.m. to midnight, and then I take my ass to sleep, and then I wake up early in the morning. That'd be a game for you, Sean. Go ahead and play that. Go ahead and play it. Yeah. Yep. That's your favorite game. That's game of the year for you. Nah, nah. That's crazy. Mouse tool from the future, huh? But mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. You know how Gilgamesh was the most nerfed god in Smite 1 historically, I guess. So they're giving him a lot in Smite 2. You remember his kit, right? So you know how he jumps, he lands on you, he gets a little AOE thing that gives people movement speed when they move towards it, all that jazz. So in Smite 2, when he upgrades that ability, it's going to follow him. So he's going to be a moving beacon for his entire team to gain movement speed when they're walking towards him. Now, on top of that, it's going to act as a Amaterasu aura and make you take 10% increased damage while you're closer to the center. And then his one, which does damage based on max HP. And as we know, max HP scaling stuff is kind of broken because they had to take out that one starter item
because people were shitting on objectives. So they're giving him a way to extend that per enemy god he hits during it with a limit per enemy god, so he can have that shit up for I think like an extra 10 seconds or some shit like that. And then his ultimate is going to get a really fat slow tacked onto it and increased damage ticks. So instead of ticking every 0.5 seconds, it's going to tick every 0.33 seconds for a total of 3 hits per second. And that's not all. That's not all. You know, because we don't even know what his aspect is going to do. And then his drop kick, you remember his drop kick? So he's also going to mez you after he drop kicks you. So not so not only does your head bang against the wall and you're disoriented and looking for your mommy and daddy, you're also going to be drunk after he drop kicks you and stuns you. He's gonna be pretty nutty. I'm not gonna lie. He's gonna be something. I loved Dragon's Dogma 1. They did not do anything with Dragon's Dogma 2. They didn't do shit. Oh, you're talking about 1? Yeah, that's understandable. I'd rebuy Dragon's Dogma 1 over and over. And the best part about that game is the DLC. Going to that island and fighting that last boss, that music, that soundtrack, and that final fight, that shit be having you in the field. That shit got you pumped up, man. That shit's so nice. I love that game. That and Dragon Age Origin. That's what I grew up on right there. Dragon Age Origin. Oh hell, motherfucker really said, "I'm not gonna fight you. You can fight me, but I'm gonna wait." They look away for 1 second to fight your companion, turn around, motherfucker got a tornado. He's like, oh shit, here we go again. The most unbalanced adventuring party. They're not taking you serious. Like, oh, okay, he's got 3 tanks. There's no way he can defeat me. Mm-hmm. No, I don't, because I like to fight things from 100 to 0. Mm-mm-mm-mm. You said, me? Get dirty? No. Let me just use one big move and get this over with. Yeah, that's the one thing I will say about Dragon's Dogma. Like this, they didn't really add too much in terms of like the gameplay elements and stuff, but the mages do feel like mages with those big ass abilities. It does feed into the mage fantasy for those who are tired of playing a game with little baby mage abilities. And there's some strategy involved in not just spamming skills. You just gotta charge that bitch up. Or you can just jump on it, climb it, and stab it in the eyeball, and then pause the game, go in your inventory, eat some plants, regen your stamina, stab it some more, pause the game, go in your inventory, eat some plants, keep stabbing it in the eye until it's staggered, jump off that motherfucker and go, bang, with a two-hand weapon, and it's over. You know what I'm saying? That's the best way to get rid of the big foes, you know. I do wish that they made that Dragon's Dogma multiplayer online game in other places outside of Japan. I think it's Japan, because I made a Japanese account and struggled trying to like go to the PlayStation Store and naming everything and finding out how to put things in where, so I can play that for like 2 seconds. And like I wish they added that onto our side of the regions. Be fire. You said what? Was it a fighting game, like a Seven Deadly Sins fighting game or something? Because the gotcha game came out not too long ago, but that one's free to play. Oh, yeah, they're trying to not hump, jump on that bandwagon with the fighting games coming out. No, you don't like the animation? No. Oh, did you read the manga? Uh, I didn't read the manga either, so I wouldn't know any other endings. And then they hit you with the sequel, the spin-off, His Son and Friends. Still injured from the bad taste of the ending. Don't want to watch nothing else. Don't want to know more. I'm so sad about that Dune game that was supposed to come out too. That shit flopped hard. I'm not gonna. I was looking forward to open world survival because Conan's not really the same anymore. Ark isn't the same anymore. Like, there's no good open world survival games to play on console right now. Well, Ark Survival Ascended, the new one. I mean, it's different, but in like some of the worst ways possible, and some good ways too. But it's more bad than good. I mean, you can make your characters as small as the grass and literally just stand in the grass. Like you don't have to make your character like you could just be in the grass, so you don't have to lay down. And then on top of that, they did add like I wouldn't say pay to win. Like if you're gonna play that game long term, you want to buy the DLC. But if you don't have the DLC, there is some stuff you don't have access to, which is very strong in PvP. So yeah, yeah. Like definitely a lot of there's definitely a big gap for that game. Hey, um, I mean, they're starting to get some stuff out there. They got a mobile game that's going in kind of strong. Huh? I don't like those style of games. I don't think so. Pretty sure that one's the But is it like a top-down battlefield game? You have like a little army, and you fucking oh, four people multiplayer or like four people controlled. I gotta go look. I gotta go look because I don't remember it. I gotta go look. Cause if I'm remembering what it looks like, I'm pretty sure it's not a game that Celeste. Celeste, Magister. Oh, that game. How long ago did this come out? God damn. That shit looked like ooh. Which Celeste are we talking? Oh, these are add-ons. Remember, this is one game. 2024. Crown of Magister, deep storytelling of tabletop games. As you play, you'll feel yourself reaching for your dice and miniatures. I imagine being so immersed in like a tabletop game come to life that like you're subconsciously reaching for your dice and miniatures. Roll for initiative, take attacks of opportunity, manage player location, the verticality of the battlefield, set yourself up for the finishing strike, and possibly roll a natural 20 at the key moment of battle. As the last, you take control of 4 heroes, each with unique skills that complement one another. Every hero expresses themselves in the adventure, making each action and dialogue choice a dynamic part of the story. Players will create their heroes just as they would in a pen and paper game by choosing their race, class, personality, and rolling for their stats. You make the choices. Dice decide your destiny. Um, Dungeons, fight monsters, squad level, turn-based tactical combat. Walls and columns can be pushed over on top of your foes if you do it right. World is your playground. Prepare to think in 3 dimensions. Climb, jump, or fly. Evade or surprise foes. Push them into chasms or drop things on their heads. So lastly, the adventure does not stop after the official campaign is over. Download and play new custom campaigns with friends made by the community with a push of a button. Mm, mm. Attack, disengage, dodge, ready, hide, dash, shove, use item, skills, other, pass. Uh, uh, it certainly looks like it has a charm. It's something I would have played like 8 years ago, but that game came out 2024. Now, if they make a Solasta 2 and it's a little bit more polished, I can imagine myself playing that one. But that one, probably not. Okay. Now, if it was somewhat well received and they have more funding this time, I can imagine it being a pretty solid looking game. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because Celeste 1 doesn't seem like a game that I would buy myself. Like, if someone bought it, like, I'd play it. But, like, that doesn't seem like a game that I personally would go out of my way to spend my money. Mm. Why do you want to play that game, Sean?